Well, hello up there on YouTube. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the knife community. For those of you who are already in it, you know it's an awesome community. People are very friendly with you and generally very generous as well. So, but for the new ones, for those of you who just started the hobby, well, I am gonna do a very nice unboxing today because I got a present from the States from a very nice guy named Wesley, and on YouTube he's known as, on the channel's comments, he's known as MrGeerbear, and I got this big box from him and I want to see what's in it. I have a feeling a little bit about it, but I want to unbox it on camera because then you can see and then I can thank him. He's a very awesome guy, I think. You know, being a YouTuber or having a YouTube channel my size, well, most of the fun is just presenting your hobby, and there's not much money in it. I'm not sponsored in any way, and a lot of my money goes into buying stuff that I can show you, but mainly that I like myself and can show you. I am by no means a YouTuber. I'm a knife collector that presents his stuff on YouTube, and I think I'll continue that. It's very nice to get some appreciation, which I think this is. And now I've been rambling around for 2 minutes. So without further ado, I'll unbox this. I just started a bit because it was very well taped. So let's open and see. And oh, there's a card. And knowing MrGeerbear, I think I'll just read this off camera before I show it to you. He is known for some funny comments. Oh, nothing bad in this one, nothing PG-13 or anything. Hi John, I hope you enjoy the blades. Regards from the US, your friend Wes, MrGeerbear. Thanks so much, Wes, and a nice card. Let's have a look-see. The reason that MrGeerbear approached me was because I was whining how much this knife, the Kershaw Injection 3.0, the 3-inch model, was costing in Europe, and that the 3.5 version was even more expensive. So MrGeerbear approached me and offered me well, there's a rig knife as well, but he offers me this, which I'll just put the box a bit aside, which is the Injection 3.5. I just wanted this one in my collection because it's sort of it's not a grail knife or anything, it's just a good beater with a very good reputation. It has been around for quite some time, and perhaps some of the cheaper Chinese knives have surpassed it, but it's still sort of a one in a kind, and one that you might want to have in your collection. So, as we can see, it's the 3.5. Bit stiff out of the box, but that's to be expected. It is on plastic washers. I'm not gonna review it or anything. I don't want to do that with a present, but I really am grateful, MrGeerbear Wes. I thought that I sort of needed this in my collection. Now I have both. So thank you so very much. Even with shipment and everything, this was much cheaper, and I tend to think that this was a present, and the rake knife I'm about to show you was the one I bought from him. I'm really pleased with this one. I'll just put it out there, and then we'll have a quick look at what I bought from MrGeerbear and an amazing price. The rake knife. Very nice box. Bit of paperwork. The sign that normally it sits on the lanyard hole. I think MrGeerbear just took this out and played a bit with it and put it back in the box. And it is the rake Hussar. I can't remember the number, but it is called Hussar. It's one of the rakes with a name, and it is the P121. Sorry, the P121G. I have another one in black, but you know I like my rakes so much that I have no problem having two. And these are very nice knives indeed. As I said before, the knife community is an awesome one. Those of us who have been in it for a while now, I've been in it for about a year, I found out, and for those of you who are just starting, it is awesome. Talk to the people, get acquainted with people, and then nice things might happen. I just have to tell you, Wes, thank you so much, my friend. This was an awesome present, very quickly. And for those of you who don't know Wes, he is a very generous person considering that he's in a bit of a rough spot himself at the moment. I won't go into details, but he has had to spend a lot of money and doesn't get that much at the moment. I want to do a shout out for Love Them Knives, another channel. He doesn't need my shout out, but I'll do it because he helped Wes by selling some of his knives to sort of cover some of Wes's expenses. So when Love Them Knives does a knife sale, please go there and maybe participate, because Wes is still selling some of his knives there, and you will help him through what I consider very rough times. Still, Wes was generous enough to give me this, and I'm so very grateful. I'm easy getting emotional, but I really appreciate this, Wes. Thank you ever so much. As I said, this kind of appreciation just helps me to sort of motivate me to make a few more videos and keep up that work, especially from people who seem to, if I get stuff from people who seem to be worse off than I am myself. I am in no way rich. I am single dad, raising my son alone. Well, this kind of appreciation makes me emotional, and it makes me motivated as well. So, Wes, thank you very much. And this was way longer than I thought it should be, so without further ado, I'll just wish you have a happy day. Bye bye.